Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz, December 7, 2016, 12:08 a.m. in Birmingham. And topic with Trump. The grand disclosure we have been hearing about will be delayed. Prosperity will begin. And when I say the grand disclosure, Obama wanted to do it really bad. And the equivalent of Secretary of State in Canada, he did it in Canada. And he was over the top mad, extremely mad at America because we did not. It's like unless America has the grand disclosure, then there's nothing to disclose. This is the way a lot of people look at it. Even though they've opened their books, they've really not opened all of them. So we don't know much more now than we did 20 years ago. But let me tell you why a lot of things will be put off because Trump was elected the president, the 58th of the United States. First, there has to be a new world order in place. Not now. That's delayed. Second, there has to be a 10-nation alignment, an agreement. Not now. Third, chaos worldwide. Not now. Keep in mind, these things are just put off. Fourth, the book of Daniel still holds secrets that would have otherwise been made known. But due to that too, most of the book has been opened, a little bit still remains remains sealed to knowledge. And Daniel sealed even unto the end days. That's why. So we're not there, not now. People are looking for a savior. That can happen at any moment. There's not one prophecy that has to be fulfilled before the rapture of the church. Not one. They all have been fulfilled. But with Trump, there will be a delay on that, and I'll explain that. The Jews still wait on Jesus. He's not yet come. When an angel gathers them, and number 8, they'll be taken away to safety. But prior to that, 2/3 of the Jews will be cut off. And I just only hope and pray often that 2/3 will be saved. And that's going to happen. 2/3. Just pick a number. Say 6 million. That means 4 million will die. They'll be raped. They'll be punished. They'll be pillaged. Everything they have will be taken. Their homes will be burned. They'll be destroyed completely. But 2 million will be ushered off to a safe haven, which will be Petra. But for some reason, Satan forgets that. I guess God makes him forget. Number 9, Daniel 12:9. And I think I wrote something that okay. Anyway, these words are sealed until the times of the end. I had something written before that I can't read my writing. I do that a lot. 10, the church will go up before Israel goes. that is the Christian. Now, any Jew that is a Christian, they're the church. Any Mexican, Hispanic, any Muslim, any Russian, any Australian, any Cuban, anyone who is saved, they are the church. They'll go as well. A new world leader will have to come to power, but not now. The mark of the beast will be given to you, and many will, refuse. They'll be killed, but not now. Fallen stars, which are the angels, when it says they're fallen stars in the Bible, that fallen stars are really angels falling to earth. You cannot expect a star to fall to earth. The star, I guess, the smallest out there that we know of is Pluto, and whether it's considered a star or a planet or a rock or what, it is a round, oblong, or potato-shaped object. But if anything, even Pluto fell and hit Earth, I mean, this Earth would be blown to pieces. So the fallen stars are fallen angels. They'll fall, and when they do fall, they'll come down here, and they're going to come down mad. And then when they come down, those that are hidden below River Euphrates, they'll come to surface. They'll come out of the holes. They'll come out from under the ground, and they will start destroying this earth and people in it. There'll be a very horrible time. However, not now. With Trump, our time for these things have been postponed. It's very rare to get a postponement in the Bible, in the biblical sense of what it says. But when you have millions of people praying, and I'm not saying that 2 Chronicles 7:14 was the most important prayer by any means. To me, it was the most important prayer, because it said, if my people, church, comes to me, calls my name, then I will hear from heaven, and I will come and I'll heal their land. This happened. God heard. And guys, again, and I know you get tired of me saying this, but bear with me. Starting 2011, and it is around May, or maybe 2 months, maybe March, people started praying 2 Chronicles 7:14. And what I got was an email, a simple email, that 2 Chronicles 7:14, please pray this prayer wherever you are at 8 p.m. of every night until we have our prayer answered. I was all for it. I started praying. I didn't pray right away, because when it says, if my people, well, I'm thinking when God says, if my people, I'm thinking the Jews. Well, we can't do that. That has to be the Jews. Oh, no, my people. I said, well, when he says, if my people praise, then I will hear from heaven, I'll heal their land. I said, healing their land, that means our leaders have to pray. No. You can't get atheists to pray. So I was convinced, my people, that's the church. And then it hit me like a brick. I said, oh, guess that's why my forehead's so flat. I said, duh. But that prayer, I prayed, and I never missed one night, and I still hadn't stopped. I will continue. That, in my opinion, well, that's biblical. That happened. God gave America a reprieve. And along with a reprieve, we have a lot of work to do. you and I, Christians, we need to witness. We need to continue our prayer every night. We need to make sure that our churches are preaching the whole Bible. And I'll tell you another story later, but not now, about altar calls. There are mega churches all around this country. And, well, I guess I will tell you the story now. And I mentioned this person that I dare not give the name. Well, you know, you got a great big church. You have Starbucks, you have donut counter, you have sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit over there. And, you know, hey, that's pretty good. When I was going, I taught Sunday school, by the way. And I taught the first and second graders, and my wife and I as a team. And then I taught adult classes when called upon. I relieved people who were out, and I would teach these classes. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every bit of it. And even the pastor would call on me. He hit me pretty hard. About every fourth week, he called on me to close the service, and I was very happy to. I was pleased that he called me. And but what I'm getting at, prayer means so much. Prayer is talking to God. It's one-on-one attention. You have his complete undivided attention. Only you when you pray. And Trump, he's going to turn this country into a country that most of you have never seen before. And I'm talking about anyone under 40 has never seen our country the way it was when I was young. I was 17. I was 14 when they stopped prayer in schools. And but it came on so slowly, I didn't really notice it. Trump made another announcement today. He got with a Japanese billionaire, and he talked that one man. He had his arm around. He said, "America, you're not going to believe this." He said, besides Carrier staying, he said, people are calling me now. And you remember, I can't think of the country that called, but they wished Trump the very best, and they'll help any way they can. And people were upset about it. Well, that's the people like Clinton and Kerry, Biden, Obama. But it's easy. All you got to do is pick up the phone and call someone. You don't have to have everybody as an enemy. But yet, they fuss at Trump. Well, you know what? Kiss my royal behind. This man today with Trump agreed. You ready for this? Guys, you know this is going to blow your mind. He agreed to start up industry in the United States and bring with him a $50 billion bill. He's going to come to America and start up a $50 billion industry that's going to bring 10,000 jobs. 10,000s, not 10,000, 10,000s. In other words, way over 10,000. Probably going to be 20, 30, 40,000, maybe more. Someone mentioned it could be 100,000, but $50 billion. Look, Trump is doing this work and he's not been sworn in. What was Obama doing at the same period in time as he was? Playing friggin' golf every day. He didn't meet people. He didn't shake hands. He played golf. He visited Reverend Wright and had Reverend Wright and Jesse Jackson and all these yahoos, but he wasn't out there doing anything but running business off by raising taxes. Trump is lowering taxes and bringing the business back. There's trillions, 50 trillion, $100 trillion offshore. That will come back when Trump drops the price. When he lowers the tax to 15%, that money's returning. We will have, in this country, in 4 years, paid off our debt with a surplus that can't be spent in a legitimate or illegitimate way without spending it all. And in a legitimate way, you can't do it because this money keeps coming in. If we do a great job and get a lot of people to come to Christ, have altar calls, the Bible taught in all the churches, and we do these things, then Trump will stay for 4 more years. But let me say this, at the end of that 8th year, I don't see that happening again. I see at that time that God has gonna or will decide it's time to go, guys. Satan's got to finish his 7 years. And when the rapture of the church takes place, it may be 5 years, 10 years, it may be 20 years before the actual tribulation begins. So the way I look at it, the way I feel, the way I think, the way I see, we have at least 4 years before a rapture of the church. We may have 8 years before the rapture of the church. And if it's given up on the 8th year or the 9th, and it's going to be bad, then I think we'll have a rapture somewhere between the 4th and the 8th year. That's my thinking, no one else's. Jody Wolf, prepare for a blessing, guys. 7-fold. What you lost, 7-fold, you're getting it back. Jody Wolf Expoz.